taking over. Let's go. It's Ferrall. Coast to coast. Steaks, chicks, stacks. You and I are going to make a lot of money. It's Ferrall, coast to coast.
I haven't the foggiest idea how I'm going to get through this show without dropping several bombs. My language is starting to slip like the temperature in Buffalo. I'm really I'm going to lose my temper and I'm going to start cussing. I'm having problems here. Get my shrink on the phone, Jack. Anyway.
You're lucky that wasn't a fumble. It's pretty close, but he's down.
Oh, he fumbled.
I don't know, actually. Well,
That's
I don't
a fumble.
know. Let's see.
That's a fumble. They're going to review it. It's a fumble. It's Bill's ball.
I'm about to see it.
That's a fumble. That's a fumble. Bill's ball. That's going to be a fumble. He fumbled it. He's not down.
It's a fumble. It's a fumble. It's a fumble. The Steelers are handing the game away. You know,
Pickens caught a pass,
a swing and a miss. Pickens a fumble.
Yeah, he caught a pass. Wasn't a bomb, sort of like an 8-yard out type of deal. As he's going down, the ball's coming out. So I don't know, Buffalo challenging her officially? Yeah, Buffalo are challenging. And he's not down. It is a fumble.
He's not down. Yeah. That's a fumble.
Look, so here it is again. He catches the ball. Look, no knee. Ball's coming loose.
Yeah, like we
fumble.
Can all see that's a fumble. We don't need any assistance. Who knows it's a fumble. We don't need the NFL to show me 45 highlights of it. It's obvious it's a fumble.
Well, you never know what them. You never know what they want. You never know what they're looking at.
It's a fumble. Stop. Like, honestly, are we really going to analyze this? He dropped the ball 5 minutes before he hit the ground. I'm still mad at Peterson. I don't even care about Pickens.
Well, look, we've seen stupider things in this league. Next, they're going to come out and tell us that it wasn't a catch, right? Isn't that what they call it?
Yeah, or they blew the whistle or blah, blah, blah. But they're reviewing it.
Actually, the call on the field is incomplete pass because the refs all gave the sign like that. So,
listen to this. Listen to this. I just got a warning. You know, the heart monitor they got on me at the hospital. I'll show it to you right here. It's the black thing. It says right now, you're in a 4-minute stretch of high stress zone, the majority of which is causing you strain.
You can't
strained.
You can't strain yourself over every play here. All right, it's a long game.
I'm soaking wet, sweating. Get the pillbox. Jack, I mean, Christ, how long is it going to take you? Oh, my God.
All right, so now.
Where's my Coumadin?
They've locked things up right now because we don't really know what's going to happen here. I'm seeing as high as 17.5, though, right now, frozen.
Jeez.
The total's 40.5, but that's big for the total here. Because where's the ball? Like on the 25-yard line type of deal?
Yeah,
for the yard line?
About the 25.
Jack, make Morency and I 2 frozen daiquiris with double rum. Morgan.
Yeah, the celebration's coming soon.
The football frozen daiquiris and the giant football in the back.
The gambler in me, though, I'm like Carver here. We got to get like a Diggs touchdown or a Kincaid touchdown or an Allen. I got to get a touchdown in here.
I forgot you got to get all 12 of your. I forgot you got to get all 12 of your guys in the end zone.
At least one of them. At least one of them.
Need at least two. Christ. At least two of them to make it good. We got to get at least 2 guys in.
Call overturned. They're throwing snowballs. Bill's ball. There you go. Game over.
They really are. Scott's called it perfectly. They're throwing snowballs up in the air in celebration. They're having a good time with his. Only Buffalo, these guys. Hey, let's just start throwing the snow everywhere here. Pickens. That can't happen. You got to have ball security, bro, in a playoff game. Just come on, bro. You can't do that.
Well, and they fined him today too, a bunch of money for I don't know whatever. I don't know why they fined him all the money. What his problem is? He got a big ticket today from the league. You guys didn't see that? Pickens got fined out as Ying.
No, I didn't see.
And now they got the ball at the 30. The Bills are going to be up 14 by the end of the first quarter.
This is big here. This is got to hold him to for the point spread.
Touchdown.
This is a big
touchdown again. Knox. Kincaid. You got to be there's your money.
Kincaid. Is it
Kincaid, baby?
Let's go.
It is Kincaid plus 300. Bills and Kincaid together. Let's go. There it is. That's the best possible outcome that we could have got out of all of them.
I think the Steelers should give Pickens the ball some more. See if he can fumble a couple more times and set up the Bills at the 30. You know what I mean? Like, throw it to him on this next play. See if he can hold on to it or, give him another one. And that guy was wide open, too, by 10 yards. No one on him. No one on him at all. Not even – the guy's nose isn't even running. Like, literally, he doesn't even have a runny nose. It's 0 degrees outside. The guy was so wide open, he could have run in naked.
Yeah, nobody near him. Nobody
Extra point is good, 14-0. 4:10 left in the first quarter. Already 14-0 right now.
CBS
Buffalo
is doing
Bills.
a great job. They've shown the Pickens fumble now 36 times in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's just...
Bills are minus 22.5 right now.
Jeez.
That what are they saying? That escalated quickly.
Oh yeah, it's starting to look like right now. You're looking at automatic. It's like 36-40-10. This game's over. It's already over. You cannot go down on a fumble and give up on the first play a 30-yard strike for a touchdown. You're down 14 and tell me they're not going to lose by 30. The game's over.
The secondary's getting shredded.
They can't
Where's
even
the Pittsburgh
guard their
defense?
slowest players. Knox and Kincaid are running past the Steelers secondary like they're in the Paris Olympics. Honestly, it's embarrassing. Like, I should be coaching. These guys are so fat and slow, and the Steelers can't guard anybody. The game's effing over already. I got to sit here for another 3 hours with your ass.
Bills fans are crushing the drinks right now, too, in the stands already. They're just lit up.
Loaded up. Getting loaded up out there.
It's not over yet, but let's see what happens here. I'm getting a little concerned about my my under bet. I don't know. What's the score? This game might be, 38-3?
I think that with the change of conditions, Gabe, I think the other day it was a dead under, but now I kind of felt going in, if the Bills win, it could be an over. I feel like it was with that number being under 40.
I'll be honest. I thought the Steelers' defense would be better than this. I know, TJ Watt's not there. We talked about it. 1-10 without him. They gave up 26 points a game without him.
Make that 1-11. 1-11.
Yeah, but there's no excuse for their secondary. They're not even close to the Bills, bro. Any three of us could drop back and throw these touchdown passes. The guys are that open. They're that open.
Yep. They are.
Like I said, when your two slowest receivers are open by 25 yards on passes, that's all you need to know. Secondly, the Steelers cannot gain 1 yard running the football. Not 1 yard.
They're scared to they don't want to put this game in Mason Rudolph's hands, but you're down 4.
How long?
You don't have a choice.
How long? Are they going to go down 28 before he pulls him and try something else? Would you put Pickett in now?
It's not
he
like
just threw a pass, blocked down. It's already 3rd and 10. He don't even know where he is.
I would put Pickett in. I would, because he's your quarterback next year, and this thing's falling apart. I actually would.
It's falling apart.
I wouldn't pull him right now. Now with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. But if things don't improve by midway through the second, and it's not like you're insulting him. He's the 3rd-string quarterback. It's over, bro. You had your run. We're going back to the kid now. It's over.
Quarterback at quarterback. We're going to lay some juice. We're going to have some dog prices, and we're going to go right in the middle.
Because I don't know what they're doing. To me, they're in a complete rebuild, Kev. Go run. That's where overbackers on this 51.5 shot.
Right now, he's a little bit more over money, but he's hovering right around.
The winner of this game will be the division favorite.
I don't care if they win, because all we care about is the money, baby, the money.
Pro Football Today. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
San Francisco minus 120 to win the NFC Championship. It's the Cowboys with the second best number. The Eagles at 7-1.
What the hell's the difference between the 6 and the 7 seed? I need my guys healthy here to make a playoff push. They took the bye week and still won the football game. You want to talk about two franchises going in the wrong direction? The Eagles, ridiculous what they did this week.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
It's a lot of fun to do because you could kind of, place a season-long bet all at once and just wait it out. I've always found that interesting. But New York is one state where it's a little bit unclear.
You cannot bet on basically anything that requires a vote. So you're talking about an MVP award, a Cy Young, Rookie of the Year, anything where people at the end of the year have to vote.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
And I tell you what, there's 1,000,001 coaching vacancies right now. Brady Cannon is a candidate for the Vegas Raider job. Like there's so many jobs available right now. NFL teams are coming to the grid for our talent. So there's that many head coaching spots available right now. I'm going to submit my resume.
Sports Rage Late Night, only on SportsGrid.
Anyone that's been to a sporting event, the atmosphere before a game, I think Game Time Decisions has that same exact atmosphere. This is our arena. This is what we do. There is going to be an energy to Game Time Decisions that you will feel night in and night out. The excitement you get when you lock your bets in, when you're figuring out what you want to do, we can zone in on the biggest games each night. I want this to be the place that people come to before the games start so they feel as ready as possible to lock in their cards. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions to get that new information, react to it, and be able to then bet accordingly. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
Yeah, back on C2C with the Bills stomping the Steelers, and the punter is so bad, I won't even say his name. This is his third straight shank. He literally shanked another one 20 yards, and the Bills have the ball at midfield again for like the fifth time. So, what I want him to do is at halftime, put him in a ice tub and put a giant wooden board on top of it and nail it shut so he drowns in a pile of ice because he's so terrible. This brother, he is the worst kicker. He's been shanking punts since they drafted him. He's awful, and they need to get him the F out of Pittsburgh. My man can't punt at all. I can punt a Nerf football further than this fat ass. I can't even take it. It's one thing to watch them lose. It's another thing to watch their punter punt 3 times for a net total of 11 yards. I mean, this guy sucks. Monkey onions. He is the worst kicker ever. I mean, it's 17-mile-an-hour wind. You guys act like it's 90. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the weather. My man just sucks.
This is not as windy as it could have been. This is not as windy as it was in Kansas City the other night. Their wind is not.
Why is Josh Allen throwing 30-yard strikes for touchdowns, perfect spirals, but my man can't kick a ball 20 yards?
Yeah, but you'll notice Josh can throw at 30 yards, but when he tries to throw like a 7 or 8 yarder, it's like all over the place all the time. The
Steelers stopped the Bills. It's a miracle.
But the Bills stopped themselves. They didn't really stop them. Josh Allen missed like a couple of passes.
Can you give me something?
Good on these.
Can you give me something? They stopped him on 4th down. Can you give me up and something? Okay. So my son just asked me what I wanted from my favorite Italian restaurant for dinner. I said a gun. Deliver a gun to me so I can stick it in my mouth.
They're gonna get the ball back here. Obviously, I don't know when they're going to switch things up, but the run game, they've tried their last 3 drives. Run, not working. They got to come out throwing.
The Bills punter has punted twice for a net yard of 300 yards. His punts are both 75 yards in the air.
Yeah, let's see what happens when he kicks the other direction.
The Steelers punter, he was at the flag football contest at the Pro Bowl for the kids, the pass, punt, and kick, and he didn't, let's just say, advance to the second round.
Like Andy Reid.
Fat ass, you fat piece of shack. Honest to Christ, cut his ass. Take that contract and stick it in your ear. He's the worst.
It's extreme to pull a quarterback in the first quarter. So, like I said, I'd give Mason Rudolph this drive. I'd give him like a drive or two in the second quarter.
They're at their own 5-yard line. They can't even get a first down.
I think he's going to make a mistake here.
He got a pass for 40 yards to Freiermuth, and he fumbled.
You got to throw it.
He completes it.
He fumbled the ball. The Bills have it.
And the Bills did get it back.
He fumbled the ball.
It looks like they got it back for real.
They're going to give it to the Bills. Watch, the refs are talking about it.
Refs are still waiting. They have it. He looks like he's in bounds.
They're saying he was down. But they're going to give it to the Bills because they're in Buffalo.
These refs, I don't know about that. They were wrong last time.
You know what? Give the Bills another challenge. They get 5.5.
Last time.
Throw the red flag like the TV commercial. Throw another flag. Get him another red flag.
He's nowhere near down. What the hell are they talking about?
That's
He's not even close to being down.
That's a fumble.
These refs are like, what like seriously? What are you guys tailgating in the parking lot with Bill's Mafia? You guys all doing Jagger bombs? What the hell's going on here?
That's a
He's
fumble.
not even close to being down.
He's not even
close.
He's
That's the second guy to catch a ball and fumble for no reason at all.
Yeah, that's not Mason Rudolph's fault. That's not Mason Rudolph's fault.
Right.
That's not Mason Rudolph's fault.
We're sitting here talking about taking Rudolph out of this game. You got Pickens fumbled, Freiermuth fumbled, the safeties can't cover the tight ends. I don't think
it's true.
I think we're
picking on the wrong guy.
Here.
We're picking on the wrong
guys.
He sailed one by, hit one ball in the stands, and we killed him. You're right.
I think the punter, these guys fumbling, and the safeties are the bigger problem for the Steelers so far in this game.
What are they saying down? What part of him is down? Like, how is his day? He's in the effing air. He's flying in the air.
I mean, are we really going to do this again? Are we really going to sit here and do this again when we all know it was a fumble? Are we going to sit here for 5 minutes and argue whether it was a fumble when we all know it's a fumble? The last one was a fumble. This one's a fumble. And we sit here and play this game, and we sound like idiots.
I don't know exactly, Carver. Hold on, Scott. I was going to say, they might come out and say, his foot was out of bounds when he touched it. Like, I don't know. I got a feeling they're about to come up with something funky here. The Bills clearly recovered it. And like you said, Scott, why they're showing it like 82 million effing times. We all know he fumbled it.
Yeah, I'm not even going to talk about this anymore. It's a fumble.
No, and you know what?
I don't need
anyone's
help.
When he was out of bounds. He reached out when he was out of bounds.
It doesn't matter. He never went out of bounds. He never went out of bounds.
This is what they could do. If his fingertip touched that ball while he's out of bounds, the play's dead. And that's probably what they're looking at.
It didn't. When you look here closely,
I think what
he
they're
didn't touch
saying
it.
Did the Buffalo guy have control because half of his body was out of bounds?
Correct. That is also something that they could easily come back from that dopey screen.
Let's just be real here.
The player was out of bounds. It's the Steelers' ball. He never had possession.
This should be Buffalo's ball, but it's 14-0 of a blowout on a nationally televised holiday. Like, this is like, I mean, you give the Bills the ball, the game's over.
All stands.
Pick completion, fumble, call stands. That's a pile of crap.
That's a bug. You know, you guys should do up. You guys should do up 14-0 is cry about this call a little bit. Let me sit back.
I'm actually gonna say they got it right, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm seeing the angle. I think when he's falling out of bounds, that the ball hits him in the face mask, and then it trickles back down. I think that ball hits the front of his face mask as he's falling on it, and his hand or his foot's out of bounds.
His foot was out of bounds, exactly.
And it bounces off of his face mask. They made the right call here. This is Steeler ball.
Yeah, but that's a stupid rule.
Right.
That's a stupid rule.
I want to see how many times they can fumble the ball today. The Steelers, how many different guys can fumble the ball after a 30-yard game? That's my goal for today.
See if we can get one more here. God, that was frustrating.
Now, but now that plays good, that's what they need to do, Scotty. Like, he came out, bang, hit somebody down the field. You stop running the ball for a yard on first down. They got to start throwing the foot because the Bills aren't respecting it on first down. They're expecting them to run Harris or Warren right up the middle.
Here
comes the Steelers for 10 yards.
No, they caught him off guard. You're right with that pass from the end zone, the first deep shot. The Bills didn't think they would do that. We were just saying they don't trust Rudolph to throw the ball. Well, the Steelers are moving the ball now after this play. They just nice chunk play for Najee Harris here right now. Like Scott said, can they hang on to the football? Looked like Harris nearly fumbled there too, Scott. I thought he was about to fumble.
Well, but going back to the fumble, I knew he fumbled. We all knew he fumbled until I saw for the fifth time that I see that the Bills guy didn't have control when half of his body was out of bounds. That's why they got the ball back.
The play was dead because, like Carver said, the ball hit him in the face mask and he was out of bounds. So like, he was dead before that.
It hit Freiermuth in the face mask. As he's falling out of bounds. The ball takes a bounce, skins off of his face mask. The play's dead there. It doesn't matter what the Bill guy does at that point. That ball is out of bounds to the Steelers as soon as that happens. That's why the play was dead right there.
Time out. I got 6 of them. Explain to me why his face mask has anything to do with it.
Because
the rest of his body was out of bounds.
If it touches any part of a player, when a player is out of bounds, the play is dead. The ball is out of bounds.
All right.
Yeah, the guy that fumbled the ball. Yeah.
All right, then all I have to say is go Steelers.
Wave the towel. They got to.
Like Carver said, technically it was the right play, but call. It's just stupid. You fumbled the ball like the Bills recovered it. Like you know what I mean?
They got it right. They got it right.
Wow, give
them credit.
Okay.
I mean, it's the only thing that's gone well for them today at all.
The only thing that's gone right for the Steelers so
The
far.
only thing that's gone well is the fumble on some guy's fat face mask. It's the only thing I got going for me. I need some sky.
They're moving.
Quarterback at quarterback. We're going to lay some juice. We're going to have some dog prices, and we're going to go right in the middle.
Because I don't know what they're doing. To me, they're in a complete rebuild, Kev. Go run. That's where overbackers on this 51.5 shot.
So right now, he's a little bit more over money, but it's hovering right around.
The winner of this game will be the division favorite. I don't care if they win, because all we care about is the money, baby. The money.
Pro Football Today. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
San Francisco minus 120 to win the NFC Championship. It's the Cowboys with the second best number. The Eagles at 7-1.
What the hell's the difference between the 6 and the 7 seed? I need my guys healthy here to make a playoff push. They took the bye week and still won the football game. You want to talk about two franchises going in the wrong direction? The Eagles. Ridiculous what they did this week.
The early line. Only on SportsGrid.
It's a lot of fun to do because you could kind of, place a season-long bet all at once and just wait it out. I've always found that interesting. But New York is one state where it's a little bit unclear.
You cannot bet on basically anything that requires a vote. So you're talking about an MVP award, a Cy Young, a Rookie of the Year, anything where people at the end of the year have to vote.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
And I tell you what, there's 1,000,001 coaching vacancies right now. Brady Cannon is a candidate for the Vegas Raider job. Like there's so many jobs available right now. NFL teams are coming to the grid for our talent. So there's that many head coaching spots available right now. I'm going to submit my resume.
Sports Rage Late Night. Only on SportsGrid.
Anyone that's been to a sporting event, the atmosphere before a game, I think Game Time Decisions has that same exact atmosphere. This is our arena. This is what we do. There is going to be an energy to Game Time Decisions that you will feel night in and night out. The excitement you get when you lock your bets in, when you're figuring out what you want to do, we can zone in on the biggest games each night. I want this to be the place that people come to before the game starts so they feel as ready as possible to lock in their cards. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions to get that new information, react to it, and be able to then bet accordingly. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
All right, on Coast to Coast, special show tonight with Morency and Carver, and the Bills are up 14-zip. Big 3rd and 8 for the Steelers after Russo sacked Rudolph, sacked him, and the Steelers were down, but they got the first down to Freiermuth anyway. Rudolph, under massive pressure, slung it across his body, far side to Freiermuth, and he caught it and got the first down. It was 2nd and 21 after the Russo sack. They were in deep trouble, but Warren had about a 12-yard run. And then a big throw and a big catch over his head for Freiermuth. And now the Steelers are down to about the Buffalo 12. They have to score 7 here. They cannot settle for a Boswell field goal, Gabe.
Freiermuth, that was nice. Freiermuth, like just the determination. You know what you like about this drive, if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers or you're a Steeler fan, is the determination that they're playing with here. Warren's running hard. Freiermuth just ran a couple of guys over there. Rudolph made a play under pressure. You're right, dude. They were going backwards after the nice positive gains. Warren picks up a big chunk. Then they pick it up on 3rd down. Now we'll see, though, as you and I always talk about, it's tougher to score when you get into this tight zone.
That's got to be a flag. No flag. There's the flag.
There's the flag.
Oh, come on.
There's the flag.
It seems like Freiermuth is involved a lot here. I just went in with Freiermuth at plus 650 to get a touchdown. It seems like he's been in the mix a lot. So I just picked him up at plus 650. Maybe
that's a good bet. Here. Elam, your boy, just dragged Johnson by the neck. And that's sucks. Automatic.
That's the guy they should be going after. Elam stinks.
That is a penalty.
So that's the guy they should be throwing at.
That's automatic. And then how about Elam talking smack afterwards like he didn't do it? I love these guys that never do it. I never did anything. You know who's the worst?
Talking.
The dirtiest guy that talks smack the whole game, wouldn't shut his mouth. It's Snead at Kansas City. They're up 26-7. He's still talking smack to the entire sideline. He's talking smack.
You would do that too.
I hope if Buffalo wins this game, I hope someone literally knocks his teeth out of his mouth and gouges his eyeball out of his face. I cannot stand that guy.
Oh,
Is there anything worse than a pro and a professional football player making millions and he talks smack like he's playing Pop Warner football or high school? I mean, grow up, bro.
You're
up
we should
25 and you're still talking smack? You moron.
We should not let Taylor Swift into the stadium next week. Like, tell her, well, the suites are sold out. Just tell her they're sold out. We don't have a suite for you. Make her sit in the stands in the snow.
You know, Tariq's in the bathroom thinking about her late at night. Picked off in the end zone by the Bills.
Oh, it's Elam.
Oh.
That's what I get for
what a play.
Well,
no flags on the play. And there's Elam.
Yeah, I had a lot to do with it, Mike. Mike, I had a lot to do with it. So you're suggesting that I had something to do with the pick because I talked bad about Elam with his dirty play?
No, I did.
It's my fault.
I bashed him.
Blame Ferrall. What's the next thing you're going to tell me? I play middle linebacker?
I bashed him.
Yeah.
I said he sucks. Shoved it in my face.
He's a kid still. He's only out there because everyone's hurt too, right? He hasn't had the best year, but that was a big play for his confidence right there. Scott's about to.
That's a bad throw.
We got a break coming up. No, we're still a few minutes away, I think.
I'm not worried about the break. I still got to do 2.5 hours. Okay, the break means nothing to me. I mean, I'm taking phone calls in the middle of breaks. I'm worried about getting to 8 without dying.
Your Steeler buddies are calling you on during breaks.
No Steeler fans are calling me. Drug
I'll
dealers
tell you
are.
what, that was big for the total guys, though. That was big for the total bettors and stuff. Oh, like 14-7, still 14-0. Now Buffalo's buried deep in their end of the field here. Wow.
Live is 21.5 now, so over 3 touchdowns.
That's his first turnover in 4 games, Rudolph.
Wow.
Picked a hell of a
I'm
time
not
to start throwing
21
picks
and a
at the
half.
5-yard line, you moron.
One thing I'll say about Pittsburgh, if you look, they've moved the ball. We've talked about it. You know what I mean? The Freiermuth, big catch, they fumble, they got it back, but Pickens drops the ball. They just marched all the way down the field and freaking threw it. Like they pick up the 2nd and 21. They convert on 3rd down. They're marching the ball. I would have kept running it. It's easy to say now, but I don't trust Rudolph. That's the point. Run the ball with Warren and Harris there over and over, bro.
And they had a couple good runs on that drive too, like you said, Gabe. They had that. Harris had a good run just the 2 plays before that. Warren had a good run on
I'm not bashing him, Carver Rudolph, but you know there's a hesitance with the let's not make Mason win the game for us. Let's just have him part of the ride type of deal, right? So that was my whole point. Like, if you're running the ball, just keep running the ball there. I would have mixed it up. Harris, Warren, Harris. They were picking up chunks.
Yeah.
Like, why tempt fate?
Wow.
They fumbled, they fumbled twice. They got one back, and then he throws the pick in the end zone to stop it would have made it a game.
And not to mention all the bad punts. Like, they are beating themselves a lot. And all the bad punts.
They would have made it a game, and now it's still 14-0, and it's not a game. That's what happened.
Roger Goodell in attendance.
Oh, he's already lining up. He's lining up Mahomes against Allen. They're going to do a photo shoot tomorrow. They're going to do some interviews with, and then they're going to bring Taylor Swift into it. She's going to sing the opening of the show for the game next weekend. It's going to be awesome. They're going to fly her in with Jason. They're going to get married. Whatever his name is, Travis, Jason, I can't keep track of all those Kelsey and their fat mother and their stupid soup commercials.
Oh.
His fat ass.
Oh, boy.
Here we go.
Nothing so far. I can't take the Kelsey.
Oh, somebody, can you tackle him? Can you tackle his ass? I'll give them this. Since they've gone up 14, the Steelers defense has tightened up a little bit, and then they blew it. When you're at the 5-yard line, you got to score. I told you 3 ain't going to cut it, and a turnover, a pick, was the kiss of death.
Over bettors were feeling pretty good about that quick 14. You talked about it, Carver. Wow, the weather's not as bad. Yeah, look how it could have swung. That could be a 21 right now. Buffalo could be maybe putting more on. If Buffalo just eat up a couple of minutes here and don't score and punt again, this game really starts to get low flow. And, the total's going to drop again here because Buffalo's going to get conservative at some point too. Sort of survive in advance, right? They know they're going to win the game. Let's just start running the football. Once they get a nice enough lead, there's a play to Diggs right now.
At least they've gotten him involved a little bit too. What's that? His 3rd or 4th catch. So they've gotten Diggs involved.
So he went over to the sideline and grabbed a drink from the Steelers bench and had a drink.
Let's see. What did he do? What did he do?
He was on the sideline. He had a drink out of one of their bottles, and he thought that was cute. So I hope someone blows his kneecaps out, see how he likes that. We can
I don't know why he had to do that. You're right.
We can both play games. He grabbed, drink out of our bottles. How about we drink out of your kneecap and we spatter it?
One of their bottles.
They did to Higbee last night. They blew his kneecaps out. He's done for a year. We're gonna look at that. I would have smacked his face if I was on that sideline.
Yeah, I just saw that. What is he doing there?
Don't
why
do
that?
Even the referee came up to him like, dude, don't do that.
Move. You're a D-head. And what bothers me is that no one on the Steelers did anything about it. I would have sucker punched right in the mouth.
I thought the same thing, Scott. I'm like, how come every Steeler just watched him walk up to your Gatorade, take a drink, and basically laugh at you?
He's going to, after the game, sleep with Tomlin's wife? I mean, what is next?
He literally just bent down and grabbed their Gatorade and just said, what? What are you going to do? And walk back.
Yeah. And meanwhile, he's a skinny little bee to begin with, and no one did anything about it. That is unbelievable to me. It really is.
It is true. I can't. You're right. Like old school Steelers right now, you're thinking like
Jack Lambert would have killed him.
You don't even care if you get the 15-yard penalty. That's where you got to shove him, at least admit him. You're like, yo, bro. Right. You're like, you got to hit him. Like, you know what I mean?
Can you imagine what Joe Green would have done to that dude?
It was brought up yesterday during the Cowboy game, actually. It was Michael Strahan. And Strahan does a great job. Strahan brought it up. He goes, I could tell early in the game there was a Green Bay Packer. He pushed CeeDee Lamb in the back out of bounds after.
And
he said,
I remember that
and
play.
Strahan goes, and he goes, CeeDee Lamb didn't even look at him or do anything. He goes, I knew right then and there they were just weak. He goes, the Packers extended their, like, you got to push people around in football. Like, let them know. We're going to beat you up, man. We're tougher than you, right? Like, that was weak by the Steelers. You got to respond to that. That's like some hockey stuff. The guy, imagine a hockey player grabbing a water bottle off a goalie's net in hockey. Team, like, it would be a brawl. They'd be like, it sounds stupid, but it'd be like, you can't touch our goalie's water, bro. It'd be like, you can't do that.
Yeah, but nobody did anything. That's all you need to know. Nobody did anything.
3rd and 8 here. Big 3rd
They're
and 8.
standing over there freezing their onions off. No one did anything, and you're a candy-ass bunch of
fans. They all sat there with their jackets just looking at them. I think they were surprised, to be honest. I think it caught them off guard.
Oh, there goes Allen.
3rd and 8.
50-yard run for Allen, touchdown.
So what now? What, Carver just jumped up ahead of us? Well, you got a new stream on your phone going here? You're not playing around? Look at this.
I got.
Is he really going to go the distance? Oh, my God. There's the Allen touchdown. Josh Allen. That was unbelievable. Holy. There's some Lamar Jackson type of stuff. Josh Allen, 52-yard touchdown run.
How about that? There it
is.
And
the party begins in Buffalo. It's a snowball fest in the air.
Throwing the snow everywhere now. Throwing the 53-yard run for Allen.
Unbelievable.
It's going to be 21-0.
Quarterback at quarterback. We're going to lay some juice. We're going to have some dog prices, and we're going to go right in the middle.
Because I don't know what they're doing. To me, they're in a complete rebuild, Kev. Go run, run, run. That's where overbackers on this 51.5 shot.
So right now, we saw a little bit more over money, but it's hovering right around.
The winner of this game will be the division favorite.
I don't care if they win, because all we care about is the money, baby, the money.
Pro Football Today. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
San Francisco minus 120 to win the NFC Championship. It's the Cowboys with the second best number. The Eagles at 7-1.
What the hell's the difference between the 6 and the 7 seed? I need my guys healthy here to make a playoff push. They took the bye week and still won the football game. You want to talk about two franchises going in the wrong direction? The Eagles. Ridiculous what they did this week.
The early line. Only on SportsGrid.
It's a lot of fun to do because you could kind of, place a season-long bet all at once and just wait it out. I've always found that interesting. But New York is one state where it's a little bit unclear.
You cannot bet on basically anything that requires a vote. So you're talking about an MVP award, a Cy Young, a Rookie of the Year, anything where people at the end of the year have to vote.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
And I tell you what, there's 1,000,001 coaching vacancies right now. Brady Cannon is a candidate for the Vegas Raider job. Like there's so many jobs available right now. NFL teams are coming to the grid for our talent. So there's that many head coaching spots available right now. I'm going to submit my resume.
Sports Rage Late Night. Only on SportsGrid.
Anyone that's been to a sporting event, the atmosphere before a game, I think Game Time Decisions has that same exact atmosphere. This is our arena. This is what we do. There is going to be an energy to game time decisions that you will feel night in and night out. The excitement you get when you lock your bets in, when you're figuring out what you want to do, we can zone in on the biggest games each night. I want this to be the place that people come to before the games start so they feel as ready as possible to lock in their cards. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions to get that new information, react to it, and be able to then bet accordingly. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
All right, back on Coast to Coast. The Bills are smoking the Steelers 21-0 at Highmark and Nabilo in the wild card game, and they'll play the Chiefs in Buffalo next weekend. That's automatic. So they're going to finally get Kansas City in Buffalo. The Bills have gone to Arrowhead Stadium since before Christ to face this guy Mahomes.
Seems like 16 times in a row, doesn't it, that it's always Bills at KC, even in the regular season.
What I want to see is for the first time ever.
Wow.
For the first time ever, I want to see this guy Mahomes not get any calls because he gets every call. I mean, I'm still mad about the Wilkins push. That was the most roughing the passer penalty I've ever seen. And he gets every call in the world. And, it's embarrassing how they set them up. What I want to see is, for the first time ever, and I told you this, Scarborough, I'd root for the Bills if they beat the Steelers. I want to see that guy go down hard. I want to see his head slammed on the ground, and I want to see his helmet crack again, and I want to see chunks of his hair come out of his head, and I want to see no flags because this guy gets more flags than Tom Brady. I mean, he gets more calls than Tom Brady. I have never seen anything like it, and don't even tell me I'm effing wrong.
He is the new Tom Brady. You're right. You know what's funny, too? I remember, I think it was Edelman that fumbled a punt against KC years ago when Mahomes was young. And New England were always getting the calls. And it was like, wow, they really screwed Kansas City over. That's what happens. Once you become the face of the league, you get the calls. But I think you speak for a lot of people. That are we all not tired of Mahomes and Reed and Kelsey and State Farm commercials and just constantly being jammed down our throats?
And the calls.
It's like, okay, enough. All right, you guys won a couple of Super Bowls. Yeah, like enough. Like it's enough for someone else now. It's time for someone else's time. Let Lamar Jackson win. Let Josh Allen win and be in a State Farm commercial.
Right. And look, this will be the first time in the 6-year run of their nonsense that they're finally going to have to go on the road. They haven't played one road game.
You know they're going to be challenged by that, though.
One road game. I agree.
Carver,
they are going to be challenged by that.
You know what I'm saying? No, you know that they're going to want to prove. Well, people say we can't win on the road. We never go on the road. So they're going to be up for this.
And
I
look,
just don't think they're great. Rasheed Rice is good. Kelsey's okay. You know what I mean? But they're not as dynamic as they used to be.
And even though the Bills have beaten them in the regular season the past couple of years, they still need to exercise that demon of the 13-second game. They still need to do it.
Yeah, we got lucky, too, that Tony was offside,
regular
too,
season
Let's
wins
be real.
Don't wipe away what happened to them 2 years ago in Arrowhead. Beating them potentially at their place this Sunday, that would go a long way in helping getting.
I gotta be honest. Hold on a second. Fair enough. I want them to beat them, but you will never erase the demon of that 13 seconds in NFL history. It was the worst 13 seconds. Unless you win a Super Bowl,
that'll be forgotten.
Even then, the 13 seconds will go down in infamy.
It'll always be talked about. It'll always be.
There's a lot of infamy though with the Bills. There's a lot of the Music City Miracle. You know what I'm saying? Norwood. There's been a lot of like these plays that would all sort of be erased.
Well,
That's why
that
it's so
Music
big.
City
like,
Miracle was it was an abortion. That should have never counted.
It was a forward pass.
Thanks.
Of course it was.
Thanks for catching me up. It was only 5 yards forward, and then that guy died about a month ago, so I don't even want to hear it. That you talk about exorcising demons. Honestly, I don't care what anybody says.
They've got more demons than The Exorcist. Yeah, the Bills got demons, bro. All right.
There was a new movie, The Pope's Exorcist. They tried to top The Exorcist. It never works. You never get past the 13 seconds, even with the Pope involved. Honest to Christ. Jesus. But I want to see them. I want to see them rip
I think next week, you're right.
head off. And literally, I hope someone takes a leak on him. Right in the middle of the game. Just right in the middle of the game.
So, Scott.
A guy can't make it to the locker room, and he just says, you know what? I hate you too. I'm doing this for Ferrall. Boom, pulls his pants down, goes to the bathroom on him, and we all get a laugh for days and days. And you know what ESPN will be doing? They'll still be talking about the Cowboys.
That's a good point. They were today. I saw it was a half an hour before this game was starting. They were talking about the Cowboys, but
they're still talking about them right now.
I think a lot of people, I think Buffalo will sort of become America's team next week against Kansas City. I think people are tired of Kansas City. A lot of people don't like Taylor Swift, and I got nothing against Taylor Swift. Like, who cares that she's there? Whatever.
I do,
but it bothers some people.
I mean, you're a metalhead, and you're going to sit here and say you have nothing against that skinny bee. Honest to Christ, one day you're talking to me about Lemmy and smoking doobies, and the next day you're telling me you got nothing against that skinny thing. Honest to Christ, he's not even hot. Stop. I don't listen to Femi music. I listen to metal. I listen to Metallica.
Did I say I listen to Taylor Swift? No.
I'm not listening to Taylor Swift. And I told you, Mike Tirico's in the bathroom right now thinking about her. I'm sick of hearing about her. He likes her a lot.
He likes her, but not as much as Tony Romo likes Dolly Parton. That was the best ever. He was like, damn, Dolly. that was different.
Dolly schooled Jack Harlow, ruined his career.
Oh, yeah, I know. She's like, step aside, kid. This is how it's done.
She came out there with cans ablazing. She had it all going, 80 years old.
Hey. As I said at the time, you meet Dolly at a hotel bar, who's walking away?
Honestly, I mean, if you had enough drinks in you, would you? I think you would, Morency.
Yes, I'm not going to lie. Yeah.
My man. I love honesty, Carver High. You gotta call it right out. Tell it like it is.
Yeah.
What'd you do last night? I tapped Dolly Parton. She was 80.
I actually did meet her. I've actually met her before, which is crazy.
Really?
True story. Yeah. Yeah, it's a true story. I was in Los Angeles.
She was at a Striper show.
Yeah. It was in LA. I met her. I met her at LAX.
Yeah.
I was getting into an argument with the I had all these guitars and gear and everything, and I was over the
Security
weight.
was giving you the business.
Well, the airline attendant, like I was over the weight. So I was arguing, and I was like, "Listen, I don't have an extra $500 for this and that. Can you just sort of just put it on the damn plane?" And I'm getting into it, and I hear this woman go, "Don't worry about it. Everything's going to work out. It'll be fine." And I was about to turn around and say, "Listen, lady, mind your own business." And it was Dolly Parton. And I was like, "Oh wow, this is Dolly Parton." Yeah. Of course, the first thing you do when you meet I was like, "Wow." I was like, "Oh, it is actually this is real."
Did she call you sugar? Because that's the start of it right there.
No, she called me honey. She said honey. Everything's going to be fine, honey.
Sugar, they're all tasty. I looked around,
I'm like, who's this? And I was like, oh, it's Dolly Parton. How do you get mad when Dolly Parton's there? I realized after, if she was really cool, she would have paid for me. I got stuck at the airport for like 6 hours after that, too. Big play, Buffalo Bills. They're just going for the kill here in the first half.
They're going to score again. They're going to go up 28-0 at the half. They're going to win 60-0 today. This will be the worst loss in Steeler history.
The Bills are averaging 8.2 yards per play in this football game.
I know we've been picking on this guy a lot, but who was it that missed the tackle on? No. We've been picking on Patrick Peterson a lot.
Oh, dude, it was constant. Peterson again.
He missed this tackle. That should have been an 11-yard catch for Hardy, and Peterson just flat out missed him, and he turned it into a 35-yard catch. I mean, Peterson's been.
He's been Houdini. He's been Houdini.
You'll notice on the Allen touchdown. On the Allen touchdown, he cut an angle where he really didn't try to get in the way.
Right.
Like he's really not tackling. It's I don't know if it's just his thing. He's like, yeah, whatever. I'm not going to tackle people, right? He's sort of half like pretending. It's like fake defense in the NBA.
Right.
So
you know what I mean? Like you look like you're, you know what I mean?
The guy Walker just made a
like,
play and waved his finger to the crowd like, no. You're down 21-0. Honestly, how much of a P do you have to be to like think that you're cool? Like waving, no, not this time. Like you're down, you're about to go down 4 touchdowns, and you're actually showing off. I mean, honestly, it's so embarrassing. Honestly, it's so embarrassing.
3rd and 7.
You know what? They need. Here we go. Touchdown. Oh, he should have picked it off. I mean, Rowe just knocked the ball out of the midair and should have picked it off, but he couldn't do it either. This game is so embarrassing. What they should do is no more flags. Don't throw any flags at all.
Allen just tried to throw a pick.
Clock roll
he should have
so we can all go home. This game is so out of control.
What was that longest field goal, Gabe?
Oh, it's 45.5. What is this guy?
This is 40. This is 49.
Oh no! So they're really trying to.
They're going to try here.
It's not that windy either. I always bet the over too. I never bet the under this. Look, the flag's not even moving right now.
He missed it.
He might miss anyways.
They blocked it.
Yeah,
they blocked it. Now, the kicker pulled his hamstring.
Oh no!
The kicker pulled his hamstring.
Who's got the ball?
Oh, that's the
I think
punter.
your boy Bass pulled his hammy. He pulled his hammy. He's done.
It was the holder.
The holder.
The holder pulled
the holder doesn't matter. They're going to cut him tomorrow.
Well, he's the punter. Who's been pretty good. So the holder is the one that blew the hammy.
So the punter's the holder.
Not good.
He still kicks better than the Steelers' fat ass Shankopotamus.
Yeah, I don't want to be a jerk,
pulled
but
hammy.
We don't have to punt today, I don't think.
Ooh, that hurt.
Oh, you will. There's a frozen hammy pull. This is great right here. Look.
Now is
it? There you go.
That's pretty good field position for Pittsburgh now, though.
It
because
was
they
funny
recovered.
seeing him pull
This
up.
is a must score here. They're at where are they? The 35, the 30 after this play?
Stop. You know they're not scoring.
35-yard line.
This goes back to what Gabe was saying before. It is big for the total. This is a huge series.
45.5 now.
Right here.
Listen, the game's so out of control that they had the clock at 0-0-0 the whole time the Steelers lined up on first down. They said the time was up and that the Bills were
now
up.
It's 2:14. I thought it was 2:11. They got this wrong, but whatever.
No more flags. Just let him play.
Listen, if he turns it over again, you got to pull him, though, here. Like, this is it. You've given him the ball on the 35-yard line.
I think if he turns it over again, they should literally shave his head at halftime.
Let's
Pull him
get
down
Fryer
and shave
music.
his head.
Let's get Fryer music.
You know,
again.
Morency, you got it. Where's your tool? There it is. Clean it up, Morency. Nice. Keep it tight. Carver High and I like to keep it tight. I'm going tomorrow. I got to clean that up nice and tight. Carver High.
Clean it up.
Clean it up. Keep that
and they
clean,
get a decent run from Warren.
Yeah, big run by Warren on first down.
That was a
Picked
big
up
run
about
by
10.
Warren.
Try not to make me feel better here. Can you just keep being mean all the way through to half?
They don't want Rudolph to throw the ball. You know, they handed it off, right? If I'm them, listen, as a Buffalo backer and fan, I hope that they throw the ball here because something bad could happen. If I'm them, I just keep running the ball, though.
So it was 39. That's dead. The Bills are scoring 50 in this game. They'll score at least 46.
Hold on,
we thought that
guys.
The Lions and Rams was dead last night. It was and then ended up staying under. So you never know what.
Yeah, you never know with this stuff.
See, what you guys sound like now is 50 years of suffering with the Bills. You've given up on them already at halftime that they're going to fail in the second half. You're expecting failure.
I'm fine.
Well,
I'm just saying, I don't want to lay 23.5 points with them. They're minus 23.5.
Honest to God, he's starting to lose his mojo.
He's worried. You're going to blow it.
Quarterback at quarterback. We're going to lay some juice. We're going to have some dog prices, and we're going to go right in the middle.
Because I don't know what they're doing To me, they're in a complete rebuild, Kev. Go run, run, run. That's where overbackers on this 51.5 shot.
So right now, we saw a little bit more over money, but it's hovering right around.
The winner of this game will be the division
I don't care if they win, because all we care about is the money, baby, the money.
Pro Football Today. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
San Francisco minus 120 to win the NFC Championship. It's the Cowboys with the second best number. The Eagles at 7-1.
What the hell's the difference between the 6 and the 7 seed? I need my guys healthy here to make a playoff push. They took the bye week and still won the football game. You want to talk about two franchises going in the wrong direction? The Eagles. Ridiculous what they did this week.
The early line. Only on SportsGrid.
It's a lot of fun to do because you could kind of, place a season-long bet all at once and just wait it out. I've always found that interesting. But New York is one state where it's a little bit unclear.
You cannot bet on basically anything that requires a vote. So you're talking about an MVP award, a Cy Young, a Rookie of the Year, anything where people at the end of the year have to vote.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
And I tell you what, there's 1,000,001 coaching vacancies right now. Brady Cannon is a candidate for the Vegas Raider job. Like there's so many jobs available right now. NFL teams are coming to the grid for our talent. So there's that many head coaching spots available right now. I'm going to submit my resume.
Sports Rage Late Night. Only on SportsGrid.
Anyone that's been to a sporting event, the atmosphere before a game, I think Game Time Decisions has that same exact atmosphere. This is our arena. This is what we do. There is going to be an energy to Game Time Decisions that you will feel night in and night out. Excitement you get when you lock your bets in, when you're figuring out what you want to do. We can zone in on the biggest games each night. I want this to be the place that people come to before the games start so they feel as ready as possible to lock in their cards. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions to get that new information, react to it, and be able to then bet accordingly. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
All right, back on Coast to Coast. I think the Steelers called a timeout, or the Bills, somebody. The Steelers have the ball like around the 10, inside the 10. It's I think second down.
Yeah.
Right. They just got a first down. What is this now? That was a 30-second timeout, and now they're down 21 zip. Minute 43 left. They got the ball. They're in pristine position. This is the second time they've been at the 10-yard line. They threw a pick in the end zone, and that killed them. And now they literally, they're at the 10, 2nd and 7. They absolutely have to score here. They cannot run the ball again up the middle. He's throwing it, and they got the tutty.
So
there it is, the Johnson
is
tutty.
it Freiermuth? What do we got?
Johnson.
Johnson. You know, the tackle moved early there, too. They got away with that.
Listen to this guy. Are you kidding me? Honestly.
He did. I'm like, come on,
honestly,
man. He moved way before. Look at
no more flags.
Look at this.
No
he moved before the damn. Look at that. He moved before the snap.
47-7 final. You need to have a sandwich with mayonnaise on it. No flags. Let it run. It should be 21-14 right now, too, by the way.
Yeah.
They blew it. It should be 21-14 right now.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to have to bet the in-game over, guys. I'm jumping in on the in-game over. You know why? This is going to piss the Bills off. Carver, the Bills they have a minute 39 left to score the Bills.
They called
and
those
the
two
Bills
timeouts
get the ball
before the touchdown. The Bills called the 2 timeouts thinking whatever they do here, we want to have enough time to try to get something before the half. So they're going to have a $137 here. It's 48.5 right now, Gabe. I mean, 28 on the board. You're talking three more touchdowns in this game? I could see it absolutely.
The Steelers aren't going to quit, right? They're down in a playoff game. They're going to be desperate, and they don't seem to be able to stop the Bills. I have to concede. I'm going to lose my under bet here, my teaser, but I think
it's a lot over.
I just want to say at this point that I've already quit.
It's 21-7. You didn't score.